All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakach, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, Shalom to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Real quick, I just kind of want to do like a part 2 to create it to be destroyed. And what made me do this is because something that the elder Apostle Kabar said in one of his recent videos, I think earlier this week. When I heard him say it, I was like, oh, it makes me want to go into the part 2, kind of loosely. It's loosely kind of a part 2 because I made a video about going into Esau about their purpose. They created to be destroyed. And to help further that point, I just got, I think, 2 scriptures. And then whatever, if the Spirit hits me with something, then go into that as well. But I wanted to get this and then touch on something else just to add to that point. Because the fact that people sit here and think that Esau can make it, or any other nation, but let's just specifically talk about Esau. The fact that you think that Esau can make it, that goes to show you where your head is. That goes to show you don't understand the scriptures. Right? And the simple fact that you think that there's no reason to even talk to you. There's no point. There's zero. Because the fact, where in the scriptures that goes to show you people don't read. Because when you learn about Esau, who they are, and what they did, and what they're doing, and then their what is the word I'm looking for? Their judgment. I don't know why the word escaped me. Their judgment that's going to take place for them specifically, you should understand from that alone that these people can't make it. These people were created for a particular purpose, just like all the other nations and the Israelites. All the nations were created for a purpose. Esau was created to be the wicked. Jacob was made for the righteous. And you other nations, you were created to serve us. And Jacob is supposed to be on the forefront. Jacob was made to receive the promises, the law, right? The new bodies, the kingdom underneath Yahushai, all these things. That wasn't for any other body, for anybody else. That was for the Israelites. So you people obviously just don't understand, man. You Christians, which I expect you damn Christians not to know anything, because you people, when you get in church, you don't even do anything. Only thing you do is sing, dance, hooting, and hollering, and doing all that. And then you're sweating, and then when you finish, you go out to the buffet and you get pork and smoke a cigarette. You people don't understand. Bear with me. Hold on. Let's see if that just stops it right there. I don't think it does. Yeah. Just bear with me. Gotta let it beep. The sun actually went up too, so I could probably just let the windows down. Bear with me. Okay, there we go. All right, so, and it's still doing it. I don't know why. Just let it do it. It says, we're gonna start at 1. Just bear with me. It'll stop in a second. It says, man of lawlessness, right? It says, this is 2 Thessalonians, right? 2:1. It says, now we beseech you, brethren. It says, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him. It says, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled. It says, neither by spirit, it says, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as the day of the anointed is at hand. Right? It says, let no man deceive you by any means. It says, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. Right? And that part happened. And what was the falling away? The falling away was the Israelites, falling from their heritage. right? Which was in let's see, that is Jeremiah 17. Yeah, Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. It says, "And thou even thyself." I'm gonna let down the windows a little bit more than what they are. There we go. It says, "And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not." It says, "For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever." And that forever is just a long period of time, right? Because sometimes when you see forever in the scriptures, it's not talking about forever, right? Sometimes it's just talking about a long period of time, right? And when you go and talk about the lake of fire, in Babylon the Great, what it's talking about, the fire is going to, be forever. No, that's just a long period of time. And how we know it's going to be a long period of time that the fire is going to be dwelling in this place is because when you read the scriptures, it talks about how the desert creatures are going to inhabit it. So how is the desert creatures going to inhabit Babylon if it's on fire? Right? So obviously it's talking about when the fire dies down, when it's going to be quenched. Right? So let's go back. It says, "And except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed," it says, "the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High," right? "Or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High." And who is the only nation of people that have done that? Esau. When you watch your cartoons, when you go on Google, when you look at history, when you do all these things, only people that's portrayed themselves as the angels, the Most High, his son, the people, is Esau. Where's the so-called African Jewish people at? Where's Moab? Where's the Moab Jewish people? They don't exist. They have their own culture and identity and land and all the other stuff. They have that, right? But what did Esau do? Esau tried to rewrite history and I'm gonna turn the car back on. Bear with me. Cause it's hot wind that's coming in here, so that ain't helping. Right? The only people that have done that is Esau. Right? So that goes back to what they've done is profane. Right? They have done something outside of the temple, man. They're the only people that have done this. Right? And for the stuff that the acts that they're doing, which they're created to do that, but that's going to cause them to fall, and that's going to cause their destruction. And then just like I brought out in that lesson, what I said they were created to be destroyed, I brought in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary definition for Esau. I believe it was Esau. It was Esau or Edom. I believe it's Esau. Right? And in the definition, it says they were the only nation, right? The only people that was promised not to have shown any mercy from the Most High. And that was created that way. They were created to do all this wickedness so the Most High can take them down, exalt him and his son, that their name's going to be declared throughout the earth. Right? And take these people down. Right? And then have his people rule. Right? Obviously starting off with Yahushua, because it's his kingdom. Right? But since we're joint heirs, that the kingdom is by default. It is the kingdom of Israel. And let me actually get that. Let's prove that. All right. Romans 8 and verse 16. It says, "The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High." It says, "And the children then heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. Right? And that's what we're in right now. We're in the suffering. We're in the part where we've been demonized and hated and talked ill about, people speaking lies and doing all these things, right? So then when the time comes, right, when Yahushua is exalted, then at that time we'll be glorified together with him. You see? And just like how Yahushua went through his suffering, the servant is not greater than the master, man. So we're going to have to go through the sufferings for us to get to that glory. Right? And that takes patience, man. Because obviously as a man, you want to be respected. You want to have all this, this stuff, right? That's just naturally in you. But right now we're not in that. Yeah, you can have little, pleasures and little luxuries here, yeah. Of course. But it's not to the degree that we want. And not to the degree, not to the degree that is going to be given unto us in the kingdom. Right? Because we're going to be magnified. We're going to be, all of the Israelites are going to be, glorious and exalted. Everybody's going to be perfect in the kingdom. We're all going to be beautiful. Right? But on the first go around, that's only going to be that's going to be the elect. Right? That's going to be the elect. That's not going to be all the Israelites, because 2/3 of the Israelites are going to die. And they're going to have to be reborn through the elect. Right? But back to the point. Side topic. Where's that at? Oh, I took it off. Go back. There we go. Right? So that man of sin be revealed. And he is being revealed now. Which is who? It's Esau. Right? Because look at what he promotes on earth. Look what he does. He's profane, man, like I was just saying. Look at all the freaky shit that's coming out about, and that's just little shit, man. That whole Epstein freaky ass island with all the celebrities and all of them was going there and doing all types of weird shit. That's probably not even 1% of the nasty shit that they actually do. That's something small, man. That's something small. Right? The shit that we have speculations. Well, not even speculations. We know they're doing some of this shit. We know that we are doing it. That they're doing it, Slakia. Right? However, that's just surface level. Like when we talk about them doing stuff with the children and drinking baby blood and the adrenochrome, that's basic. That's low level stuff, man. They're doing all types of shit that we don't know about, man. That probably haven't even entered into our minds how nasty it gets. We're talking about with some high. These people. Let me get the scripture, man. You people don't understand the true nature of Esau, man. Is after the working. 2 Thessalonians 2. And verse 7. Oh, this is perfect because I could just kept reading down on this. There's more to it. Right? We're gonna start at 7. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doeth work already. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with his spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." Right? Who is the wicked? Esau. Job 9:24. "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" Who has done that? Who has the power to do that? Esau. what is that scripture? It says they wake up and cause mischief and can't sleep unless they cause a man to fall. Who has power to do that? And that's what they were made to do. They're not made for salvation. No, they were meant to fill the wicked role of the movie. And they're doing a great job at it. Right? It says, even him, right? So obviously it's a person, right? It's talking about people. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion, that they shall believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Right? And who promotes the most unrighteousness on the earth? Ding, 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 ding. Pull out a dollar bill and look. Hey, Esau. And we can't sit here and say that these people are not in rulership or these people are not the ones. Their faces on the money. The money that you go use to go pay, the money that you use to pay rent, buy food, buy miscellaneous stuff. Their faces on the money. These people were created to be destroyed, man. Look at all the wickedness that they're doing. Look at the earth. Look at that. Look at the earth, man. Look at the way that it is. Look at the way the people act. And the way the people act is a good reflection of the leadership. Is a great reflection of the leadership. And what the hell do you see on the earth? Nothing but pure wickedness. Nothing but damn pure confusion. Pure confusion. And as I know it's pure confusion, I'm gonna say it. Right? The small side note, I know this place is fucking confused. Everybody's drunk. Let's get that too. It's Revelation 17. I'm gonna get that before I say what I gotta say. Because I'm gonna get this. Revelation 17:1. It says, the doom of Babylon. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. You've been made drunk. You have took too much of Babylon juice and drank it, man. And it's gonna beep, so just ignore. Right? Because these people are been made drunk. They're confused. They have no clue from their left hand from their right hand. And how I know that, this furthers the point. Right? However, I was playing the game yesterday, right? I was playing the game. I was playing Overwatch. Right? Had my headset on, wasn't talking. Just listening to people talk. Now I noticed that this dude, small side note, but it's going further the point that these people are drunk. Person name, the gamer tag, the little screen name that you can make, when you play online games and stuff. This person name was something goddess, right? And a goddess is a female deity. Let's get goddess. Hold on. Get this, man. Goddess definition. Let's get the definition of goddess. Right, and it's exactly what I was saying. A female deity. That's the definition of goddess. A female deity. So, and I'm not gonna lie, I was sipping some wine, man. So I was feeling it. So part of me was like, you know what? Because it was a dude, right? It was a dude. So at the end of the game, right before the lobby disbanded, I was like, can I ask you something? I was like, why is your name Goddess? And you're a man. And you know what this person said, bro? He said, he was like, because I'm the baddest. He said it because I'm the baddest bitch. Literally what he said. Pure fucking confusion, man. by default, you're a man. I don't care what you identify as. You're a man. You are a man. Your name is goddess. The definition of a goddess is a female deity. How in the hell does that work? He said, because I'm the baddest bitch. That's literally what he said. Pure fucking confusion. This place has to go, man. But who's causing that? Who's causing the confusion? Esau. Because Esau is putting all these damn gender laws and identifying wherever the fuck you want to and doing all this shit and putting it on the damn forefront. And then these people are drinking and eating it up and walking around. That shit is pure fucking confusion, man. There's no way as a grown man, as a man, by the way, that you're walking around calling yourself a goddess, and the definition of a goddess is a female deity. How the fuck does that work? Explain to me how that works. It doesn't. And that's what's wrong with people, man. That's exactly what's wrong with this damn fucking society. That's exactly what's wrong with it. People don't know their damn left hand from their damn right hand. People are at an all-time high of fucking confusion because of fucking Esau. Because of these damn niggas, man. Because they're the original, they're the real niggas, man. They're original niggas. These people have no clue what the hell is going on. And this is exactly why this is why this place and these people have to be taken out, man. It's getting to a point to where it's just fucking a free-for-all, man. But that's that damn dude, that Luciferian do as thou wilt spirit, man. That's all that is. That's all it is, man. And that's just so fucking crazy to just think about, man. That an adult, an adult walking around calling yourself a goddess, but the definition of a goddess is a female deity and you're a man. All-time high, man. Complete all-time high fucking confusion. But why is it like that? Because the wicked bear rule, man. And what does it say? Revelation 17 and verse 2 again, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Let's see what wine. Let's see what wine. Let's see what they give us for wine. Leader of the people, prince, commander, lord of the land, king. Fornication, porneo.
Strong's G 4203. Pornuo.
Says to prostitute one's body, to lust of another, to give oneself into unlawful sexual intercourse, to commit fornication, to be given to idolatry, to worship idols, to permit oneself to be drawn away by another into idolatry. Right? And all that stuff takes place in this place, man. Right? Because what do these people do? They give oneself to unlawful sexual intercourse. And that man, you already know he's a part of the damn the alphabet mafia. So what do you think he does? That nasty shit. And I ain't gonna get descriptive. But you know what he do. Nasty, man. That hole is not meant for that. That is an exit hole only, not an enter. You see, pure fucking confusion, man. But they were set up for this. They were given that power to take peace from the earth. Right? And that's why we have to destroy. That's the scripture say, destroy them who destroy the earth. And you have destroyed the inhabitants. You have destroyed the animals, the land, the air, the food, the water, everything, man. What hasn't Esau fucked with, man? You didn't fuck with the time. You didn't fuck with everything. Everything is out of course. Everything. And people are so far gone that they don't understand. They don't understand that everything is out of course, out of balance. And why is it? Because you. Is it because you? That's why you got to be put down, man. You got to be put down like a bad habit, man. We can't have you, you got loose. And when you read Revelations, talks about you were loose for the little season, right? And then eventually you're gonna come down with great wrath because you know you have it but a short time. And that's when Jacob's trouble and they gonna come in like madmen, sparing none. That's when all that stuff is gonna start happening. Because you know that your time is up. You have been let loose out of the cage, and you need to be captured, put down. And we can't wait till the Lord does it, man. There should be no fucking way in a society where I'm walking around or playing a game or whatever, and a grown man think he's a goddess. That doesn't even, come on, man. Man, if I called himself a goddess, that doesn't even, come on, man. Pure confusion. But that's it. That was kind of like a various topic, but I wanted to go, I had to touch on that, man. I just went through the spirit. So that's it. I'm going to close out. We give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Hope the lesson was edifying. And I'll catch you guys in another lesson, Lord willing. Shalom.